Hello, my name is Helen Campbell, formerly of DG Skik and now retired. And today I'm going to make a speech for you about the right to repair. Should we have the right to repair appliances, yes or no? And I'm going to start now. I don't know about you, but I get very fed up with things breaking down around me. I have a cupboard in my kitchen with the door blocked. The printer in my office frequently decides to give up the ghost. As to the lift in my building, well, that is more out of use than in use. At least it makes me climb up 3 flights of stairs regularly, so it does have some use. But things breaking down, that is my subject. And what should we do about it? It's difficult. If you want to combine any device with an Apple device, it won't work. It has to be Apple. If you put a cartridge in the printer and it's not from the correct company, from the same manufacturer, it won't work either. Now, that's a nuisance. Appliances were once useful. They were labor-saving. Now we have to coax them to function. I bought a new dishwasher recently, and within a couple of months it started leaking. Well, I had it fortunately repaired. But had that been much later than the first couple of months, I doubt it would have been possible, said the technician. Now, the washing machine can be remote controlled, but it won't wash above 40 degrees unless it's on the Eco program, and the Eco problem takes 4 hours, and I don't always have 4 hours or want to run it for 4 hours. We should be using the Eco system, yes, so why not make it a little easier? My old washing machine previously lasted some 35 years and only finally gave up. But when the new one was brought and fitted, a top-of-the-range, very expensive one, the technician said, "Don't expect this one to last anything like as long. 10 years maximum." In other words, machines, appliances, are produced with built-in obsolescence. Companies tell us to upgrade our appliances, but they're not offering better products. They're looking for profit, of course. Meanwhile, some of the appliances and products that we end up discarding could perfectly well be repaired. But in the end, we say to ourselves, it's not worth it, or indeed the repair is almost the same price as buying a new model. And so we throw away these appliances prematurely, resulting in 3.5 million tons of waste in the EU, says the European Commission. That's about 30 million tons of resources and 261 million tons of greenhouse gas emission in the EU every year. Now, there's, apart from that, the loss for consumers of replacing instead of repairing. And that's estimated to be around 12 billion euros a year. The United Nations has produced some statistics here as well, and it estimates that in the world there are some 50 million tons every year of electronic and electrical waste produced. Some of these gadgets to hold us hostage to their monopoly. We know if we buy a cheaper mobile phone or a cheaper printer, we'll probably end up paying more for subsequent use. A good example is my recent experience of buying a few cartridges of printer's ink for €78. I'm sure that is really overpriced. And what can we do, in that case, to get a better deal? Well, we should do something, because we are not only losing financially, we're also polluting the countryside horribly. And we're finding ourselves paying ridiculous sums of money just to use our devices. I think we should run a campaign. And we do have a partial solution, because the European Commission has adopted a new proposal on common rules promoting the repair of goods, which is altogether good news. In other words, it should be easier for us all and more cost-effective to repair and not replace. But it's still only a proposal, so it's got quite a long pathway to go before it ever becomes law. It's a start, however. In the United States, there is a right to repair movement, and it's attracting attention all over the world. Here and there, we can see a few breakthroughs. Apple has finally agreed to sell customers components to repair iPhones and laptops. But there is always the downside. As usual, a friend of mine took her laptop to the Apple store because her small child had managed to pour water over it, and that's never a good idea with any device. So she took it along to the Apple store, and the salesperson kept on trying to sell her the newer model. And guess what? The repair cost almost as much as that new model. We certainly need a lot more transparency over product life and efficiency here. And I think we need 10-year guarantees on what we buy, not 2 years. We know what happens. If there's a guarantee of 2 years, 2 years and 2 months after you've bought whatever the device is, that's when the problems will start. And as for chargers and cables, well, they should be universal. Unfortunately, the European Union is pushing for this to happen from 2024. So let's hope that in future, all the devices and appliances that we buy are not just smart, but also built to last, and to last longer than 2 years. Thank you.